The following is an exclusive presentation of Ravens Productions.
Coming up on this week's Ravens Report, the sights and sounds from Baltimore's win over the Broncos with Ravens Wire. We sit down with the Ravens' Walter Payton Man of the Year Award nominee Chuck Clark, plus a preview of Sunday's game against the Steelers with John Harbaugh. All that and more on this week's Ravens Report.
They are dancing in the aisles. Oh, what a scene we have at M&T.
Welcome back to this week's edition of Ravens Report, presented by MedStar Health. I'm Evan Washburn. It's week 14 of the season, and that means it's Steelers week. This Sunday, the first of two meetings with Pittsburgh over the next month. But before we dive into the next chapter of that historic rivalry, let's relive the nail-biter that was the win over the Broncos last Sunday with Roquan Smith, who was mic'd up for this week's Ravens Wire.
On the heels of a heartbreaking loss in Jacksonville last weekend, the Ravens return home this afternoon, looking to also return to the win column and hoping for more big plays to do it.
On the right to rush the passer. They do not run the ball. On field. Yeah. On the right. Yeah. Let's go, baby. Big dogs on three. 1, 2, 3. Big dogs. Hey, let's go. Dominate on two. Dominate on two. 1, 2. Dominate.
M&T Bank Stadium. The Ravens are back home this afternoon facing the Denver Broncos in a Week 13 showdown. Clear and chilly, 45 degrees as the Ravens enjoy a sun-kissed field as they go through their pregame warm-up.
You know what we do on two? 1, 2. Woo!
Yeah. You've been playing football your whole life. Don't make it bigger than what it is. Don't give a damn what you think and who you think wants this. Don't not go in your world. Yep. You at practice. Yep. You at practice. You have fun at practice. Same thing you do out here today. Have fun, bro. Don't make it bigger than what it is. Yep. It's football. It's football.
Yes, sir. It's a game of one-on-one matchup. It's a man's game. The man next to you depending on you. Show him you there. Let's go. Win on 3. 1, 2, 3. Hey.
Week 13 of the NFL season. The Ravens looking to hold on to the top spot in the AFC North. The opportunity to see if the Ravens can put this season back on track with a must-win game today.
Let's go, baby.
Let's ball, baby. Let's ball.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Let's go, dog, all day, man. Let's do this. Let's go, Zach, all day, man. Let's go, Mike.
Let's go. Be great.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Let's go, Tavo. Let's hit him in the mouth from the jump. Let's go. Let's set the tone from the jump, man. Let's set the tone from the jump. Set the tone right now. Let's go. Here we go.
We are underway in Week 13. Montreal Washington takes it at the 5, brings it across the 10, 15, and he's flipped off his feet at the 16-yard line.
Yeah!
And the Ravens special team setting a tone early.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Screen! 3 and out, take away. 3 and out, take away. Good. What? Way to finish through. Way to finish through the white. Way to finish through the white.
3rd down and 1 for the Broncos. It was the Latavius Murray who is hit and stopped shy of the 30-yard line.
Go! Yeah, PQ, hey, we're going to have to be a little patient with his, because he tried to set it up. He ain't trying to hit the edge quick. And we fast, so we can get to him.
They don't want to run downhill. Why? Because they know they're scared to death. So we got to play that game, right?
Knock your asses back,
Yes,
right?
sir. Yes, sir.
Packers make a bunch of plays, too. Keep doing what you're doing.
Lamar Jackson comes in today, 17 touchdown passes for the season, 7 interceptions. Off the play fake, Jackson steps up under pressure, hit from behind, and sacked back at the 27-yard line. That brings us to the end of the first quarter. Tyler Huntley is warming up, and Lamar Jackson is now walking down the steps and into the Ravens locker room area for further examination. That is not a good sign. Lamar Jackson out for the rest of the game with a knee injury.
Hey, stop blinking. Let's go, motherfucker. I got your back. You already know that. You already know that.
And you can feel the concern sitting heavy in this crowd. Nothing against Tyler Huntley. He's been a terrific backup quarterback. And now it's going to be his game. And the Ravens offense still looking to find its gear. Lamar Jackson is out for the remainder of this game with a knee injury. And the Ravens punt team will come on again. And this crowd is growing a little bit restless.
Let's go, PQ. Hey, we're going to pin their ass back down. Let's get us one. Hey, we rolling, we rolling. We rolling. Watch the play action.
Boy.
Good PQ, hell of an open field tackle. Hell of an open field tackle. We're good. We keep them on the other side of the 50. We keep them on the other side of the 50. Let's keep them back here now. 3 and out, take away. 3 and out, take away. Good what? Let's go.
Russell Wilson from the shotgun, blitz pressure coming up the middle. Roquan Smith on the blitz, sacks Russell Wilson back at the 30-yard line.
I told you I got your back. I got your back. I got your back.
And the Ravens defense delivers.
Hurry up. Baby. And I knew you was gonna cut it, and I knew it was gonna have to go over the top, so I got over the top fast.
And the Ravens offense needs to get this thing back on track. Huntley in the shotgun. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff, rolls to the right, intercepted along the far sideline. Justin Simmons picks it off and returns it to the Ravens' 40-yard line.
We good, we good, we good.
Show them how great you is.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Let's do it. Hey, let's go, D. Let's start their ass out right here.
Wilson in the shotgun, takes the snap, looks to the left, throws complete to the 35-yard line, and taken down shy of the first down. McManus from 50. Kick on the way. It is long enough. It is good.
We talk about it all the time, right? Competitive greatness. Right? Can you be at your best when your best is needed? Now's the time. They can't score no more points. No more points. All right, and we're going to go score a touchdown and we're going to win. But they can't score no more points.
We've had faith. Fourth quarter, 3 stops. 3 stops. The biggest one's about to come, all right?
Hey, we quiet our minds and feel our heart. Come on, we locked in. Let's go. Still stay together. Hell yeah.
Right here. Let's just do your job. That's all it ever be. Have fun and do your job. Yeah.
Ravens bunch 5 along the defensive front. They bring all 5. Wilson going deep, far side, and it is incomplete at the 10-yard line. And the punt team comes on for Denver.
We're still breathing. Barely. 5-minute touchdown drive. Yeah. Kick the game, win next point as time expires.
If it's anything like,
Sign up for it right now.
5:02 left to play. Well, Lamar Jackson out. Tyler Huntley is the quarterback. And this crowd is hanging on to hope as the offense will get another shot. A touchdown is the lead.
And all the big plays throughout this game has been made by the Denver Broncos. And how many times this year have we seen the Baltimore Ravens outplay the team that they were playing against and still lose? So this can happen in reverse today if they can have this one drive.
Huntley starts under center, drops the throw. Standing at the goal line, running to his right, he'll tuck and run, crosses the 10. Huntley from the gun, throws quickly. Isaiah Likely slips out of a tackle at the 15 and stretches out to the 17-yard line. And the Ravens face the biggest play of this game. 4th down and less than 1. Tyler Huntley in the shotgun. Now Mark Andrews takes the direct snap, tries to push the pile forward. I don't know if he got it. Second effort. First down, Ravens. Huge play as Mark Andrews on the direct snap under center moves the chain, and hope returns after 70,000 people collectively held their breath. Tyler Huntley to throw out of an empty backfield. Comes to the right side looking for Andrews. Incomplete, but penalty flags are down at the Denver 36-yard line. Quick strike complete. Likely has it. Sidesteps the tackler and runs down to the 27-yard line of the Denver Broncos. First down, Ravens. And for a second time on this drive, the game is on the line. 4th and 2. Huntley keeps it on the read option. He's got a gap. He lunges across the 15-yard line. First down, Ravens. Huntley takes the snap, looking over the middle. Now pumps to the left, throws down the sideline. He's got a man at the 5 to the 2-yard line. And the Ravens will take their second timeout with 31 seconds remaining. If they succeed in the red zone, they can win today. If they fail in the red zone, the day is done. Huntley takes the snap, runs to the right, touchdown Ravens! Tyler Huntley with the first touchdown of the day. And with 28 seconds remaining, the Ravens are an extra point away from their first lead of the day.
Big plays and big games, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
23 seconds remaining in the ball game. Ravens lead 10-9. Denver has 3 timeouts remaining. Brandon McManus, he has the leg strength that if Denver can get the ball to about the Ravens 40, he's got a very good shot at hitting a field goal. Wilson steps up in the pocket. He throws complete to Jerry Jeudy at the 34-yard line. It's up to the Ravens defense to shut the door on Denver and secure the win.
Just can't give him a deep play.
Wilson steps up, escapes the pocket, he'll run. He's to the 40, 45, midfield. He takes a huge hit. So this will be a 63-yard try for Brandon McManus. The longest of his career, 61. He is kicking from our right to left in the direction of the Russell Street end zone. McManus for the win. Kick on the way, and it is no good. The kick is short. Time has expired. The hay's in the barn, and the Ravens defeat the Broncos 10-9.
Let's go. Talking about him, That's my guy, man. I love you, man. Come on, let's go.
And it is a happy house after 60 minutes of worry in Baltimore, but the Ravens pick up win number 8.
Hey, listen, man, they're going to all talk about this ain't pretty or that ain't beautiful or this isn't right. Do we care? No. Who's getting better than us? Nobody. Nobody. Hey, tell somebody you love them. Tell me on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Now, it sounds as if we can expect to see Tyler Huntley under center for at least a couple weeks, and Huntley has proven over the last 2 seasons to be ready whenever called upon to run this offense and help lead this team to wins. Last Sunday, just the latest example. And you can catch this week's full episode of Ravens Wired at the Baltimore Ravens YouTube channel. Coming up next on Ravens Report, Brian Billick takes a deep dive into the play of Huntley and linebacker Roquan Smith. That's next in this week's installment of Billick's Breakdown.
Brian Billick's Breakdown is powered by Microsoft, the official tablet of the Baltimore Ravens.
Welcome back to Ravens Report from the Under Armour Performance Center. I'm Evan Washburn. Since acquiring Roquan Smith in Week 9 of the season, he has proven to be as advertised and has quickly become a key cog to this defense, while Tyler Huntley once again has shown the ability to come in cold and lead this Ravens offense to win. And for more on both sides of the ball in Sunday's game against the Broncos, here's Brian Billick with this week's Billick's Breakdown.
Well, there's nothing harder to overcome for a team than the loss of its starting quarterback, and the Ravens had to do just that. And they did it with great defense and some good individual play on the offense at the end of the game to make it happen. Let's start with 4 defensive plays that highlight exactly what they did to give the Ravens a chance to stay in this game. This is a run blitz, and yes, you do blitz to stop the run. You're going to see 14 Hamilton shoot the gap to disrupt the Broncos' run scheme. Then an excellent fill by 18 Smith and 26 Stone to contain and limit it to no gain on the outside. This is excellent stunt, aggressive play calling on a rundown to stop the running game of the Broncos. Now here on a 3rd and 10 on this next play, this is a classic coverage sack with a 5-man rush. The Broncos run a 3-man wide bunch at the bottom of the formation. The Ravens secondary smothers the bunch with the proper number of people, and they add Bowser from the backside, dropping from the interior of the front out underneath it. This gives Russell Wilson no option to go to that 3-man bunch where he wants to as well. Now I want you to watch the pressure because it's very creative. 99 Owe is on the outside. He's so wide, he's outside the alignment of the wide receiver, pointed in at an angle. Now what does this do? This forces the right tackle to overset and over open, particularly with Bowser dropping out. Now they bring Smith, 18, on the inside on a stunt with the interior line, and it just collapses around Wilson. So he didn't expect that many bodies out under coverage, and then obviously the protection had to break down at some point, and Russell Wilson gets sacked. Now on this one, this is just shows the athleticism and the sheer speed and athleticism of Roquan Smith. It's another aggressive run pressure. Now you're going to see Bowser, 54, and Hamilton, 14. Again, pressure and seal the outside edge together. That allows Smith to come over the top of the defense. And watch how quickly he transitions once he sees the running back, whose only choice is to go to the outside because of the way the defense is slanted to the left, and how quickly Roquan Smith fills to the outside and makes the play. And then finally, you're going to see this is an all-out pressure, all-out blitz. All right, this is 0 coverage with a 6-man rush. I want you to bring your attention to Marlon Humphrey at the bottom. What he does, he jams the tight end on the line of scrimmage before buzzing out to the outside tight end, who is in a trips position. So with this 0 coverage, he double dips, so to speak, takes away the initial read, buzzes out underneath, and Russell Wilson with that 6-man rush really has no place to go. Now, you got to look at the last drive and what they were able to do in terms of Tyler Huntley and how he contributed. It begins with, and obviously a drive that had to win the game, the first 4th and 2. Obviously, if you don't convert here, the game's over. It appears that Huntley had the ability to check, and it was a run combination we see Lamar run a great deal. You're going to see Zeitler, the right guard, pull, and Huntley has the option. He can give the sweep to Duvernay coming over the top, or he can pull it and follow the puller, Zeitler. He does the latter for the 4th down conversion. It was only 3 yards, but on a 4th and 2, this kept the drive alive. Otherwise, the game's over at this point. The next play that really set up the touchdown, this is just Tyler Huntley balling and just being a good football player. He wants to go to Andrews, who's crossing the formation on a deeper over route. Again, we see this all the time. But the Broncos know that Andrews is going to be the go-to guy. So they drop coverage and bunch up the over route, so there's really not a place to go. And in addition, they drop the linebacker underneath 84 Oliver on the backside, who has the trail 4 route that you typically see on an over route. So Huntley has no place to go. Well, he comes back to his drop-off man, Drake, who's flared out to the left side. But this is where the balling comes in. He sees the corner there, he pumps it, gets the corner to jump, and Drake gets in behind him. Then he just lofts a little nice pass in behind him that takes it down into scoring position. Great job by Tyler Huntley. And on the last one, again, this has to do with scheme. The Ravens motion out of an empty backfield. What they were hoping to do is draw a defender out of the box for the Broncos. It does not. Nobody moves. So now Ricard on the right side, he does what we call a split block all the way to the backside. Now, I want you to watch what this does. He does that to hold off the backside, but I want you to watch the inside linebacker. He jumps all over that split move by Ricard because he doesn't know that Huntley's not going to follow that to the outside or maybe run a counter play. He voids a gap. Now, you got to look at right guard Kevin Zeitler. He ends up blocking 3 different Broncos. It looks like a pinball, but he goes from one to the other in that void and allows Tyler Huntley to get in for the touchdown. So outstanding play, good scheme, and obviously was a game winner.
And the Ravens will no doubt need big games from both Huntley and Smith on Sunday as they face the rugged Pittsburgh Steelers on the road in the Steel City. Coming up next on Ravens Report, we sit down with safety Chuck Clark, who was recently named the Ravens' Walter Payton Man of the Year Award nominee. Welcome back to this week's edition of Ravens Report, presented by MedStar Health. I'm Evan Washburn. Safety Chuck Clark has become the quarterback of the Ravens defense over the last 3 seasons, and that leadership has also proven to exist off the field, where he has made a significant impact on the Baltimore community. And because of those efforts, Clark has been named the Ravens' Walter Payton Man of the Year Award nominee, presented by Nationwide. And for more on what that honor means to him, and also to look ahead to this week's game in Pittsburgh, here's Chuck with Shelby Gurnath.
The kick is short. Time has expired. And the Ravens defeat the Broncos. And it is a happy house after 60 minutes of worry in Baltimore. But the Ravens pick up win number 8.
Chuck, it was another hard-fought win on Sunday. What were the takeaways from that victory over the Broncos?
I think that one was just a real team win. Everybody had to do their part on every side. Defensively, we had to hold up on our end. And offensively, they came through for us at the end. And then on special teams, we had some big plays and big tackles made throughout that game by Key and Worley. So it was a full team win.
Yeah, it was another really solid defensive effort, like you mentioned. What has been clicking on that side of the ball?
I think us just all getting on one page, one accord, and, just like from the front to the back end, just trying to play as one unit. And we've been getting together, outside the building, just, trying to vibe and connect and, build that relationship off the field. And I think it carries on the field and on just Sundays.
How important is that, knowing that you all have each other's backs on the field as well as off the field?
I think it's very important. You can't, get the half, a little bit. You got to fully know a person, to know, when it's tough times, when things are going good. So when we out there and it gets tough on the field, it's like, all right, cool. I know how he responds in this situation and how he responds in this situation. So I think it all goes hand in hand.
Well, there are so many weapons on this defense for Mike McDonald to play with. What has that young defensive coordinator brought to this team?
A lot of excitement for sure on the defensive side for sure. I mean, it's like if you don't make the plays, somebody's going to be there to make it quick. So you got to try to make your plays fast. I mean, it's a lot of fast guys out here running around, making plays on the ball in the air and on the ground.
Well, one of those weapons is Kyle Hamilton, your fellow safety, who's having a really good rookie year. He's actually one of PFF's highest graded safeties this season. How has he been developing?
He's been developing in a big way, just as far as being able to play multiple positions and move around on the field. And he's a big body, so he takes up a lot of space out there. And just being able to put him in at different spots is good for us and makes a major impact.
How have you been able to help him in his rookie year?
We'll talk off the field about some stuff, and then on the field as well. It'll be little points and tips here and there. So, we talk all the time, and it's like, okay, I feel like this is almost kind of like that relationship, when, you got a young guy and a vet in there, and, you kind of learn from each other on the fly,
Well, it's a familiar foe on Sunday at their house. What's it like playing in Pittsburgh?
It's an amazing environment. You see all the yellow, and I think, honestly, they probably think it's intimidating, but I like it, and I think we like it as well. So, I mean, it's fun. It's a fun environment. You never know how the game's going to go, but you always know it's going to be a tough game, a hard-fought game between both teams, and it's respect there and within the game of football, and it's going to be fun for sure.
They say you don't become a Raven until you make your first play against the Steelers. What game was that moment for you?
I don't think it should make your first plays. You got to get your first win against the Steelers. That's what we say on the defensive side. You got to get your first win. So, but I mean, I think my first big play against the Steelers definitely would have to be in 2019. I think they tried to run a jet sweep reverse type play, and I tackled the guy in the backfield for a loss. So yeah, that was my first big play against them.
Well, yeah, there are a lot of new faces on this team who will be playing in this rivalry game for the first time on Sunday. What's the vets' message during Steelers week?
Be ready. Be ready for the environment, handle the ups and downs, and let's go get a win.
The Ravens haven't beaten the Steelers since 2019. What needs to happen on Sunday for that to change?
We got to knock out the run first. I mean, they got a good running back over there, good run game, so we know that. And then we also got to create turnovers. Last week, we didn't get any, but on the defensive side, but we came out with the win, but we got to win a turnover battle for sure.
It was announced earlier this week that you were selected as the Ravens 2022 nominee for the Walter Payton Man of the Year award. We actually got to see the video of when Coach Harbaugh announced that in the team meeting. What was your reaction?
I was surprised, and I was happy at the same time. Like I said, it's just so many guys on this team that do so many good things in the communities here and back in their hometowns, and I'm doing stuff too. So I mean, I was just happy and surprised when I got it, and just to know, like, through my 6 years and seeing the guys that have gotten that award or that nomination for their team, like, it's like, man, that's huge.
Well, yeah, it's one of the NFL's most prestigious honors, recognizing one player on every team for outstanding community service off the field as well as excellence on the field. So knowing all of that, what does that mean to you?
I really can't put words to it. It's just like when I was a rookie, I probably would have never thought I'd have gotten this award. Just like I said, seeing the guys that have gotten it or been nominated for it. And so now it's just, I'm so thankful, you know, and just that the guys and the league, you know, they were willing to give me that nomination for my team. Like I said, there's so many guys that could have gotten that on this team alone.
Okay, Chuck, we're gonna end with some rapid fire this or that questions.
All right.
Call or text?
Text.
Ice cream or cake?
Ice cream.
Family movie night or date night?
Date night.
Grape or strawberry jelly?
Grape.
Reality TV or scripted program?
Reality TV.
A beach cabana or a cabin in the mountains?
Cabana for sure.
Gatorade or water?
Water.
Audiobook or podcast?
Podcast.
Travel 50 years into the past or 50 years into the future?
Let's go into the future. Yeah.
Interception or forced fumble?
Interception.
All right, Chuck. Well, thank you so much for your time. Congratulations again on the Walter Payton Man of the Year nomination, and good luck on Sunday against the Steelers.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
And this will be Chuck's 11th game against the Steelers. And each time out, he has seemed to make a critical play in a critical moment. And Sunday will also be another opportunity to display that leadership and playmaking ability in a huge late season game. Coming up next on Ravens Report, we take a look at the moment Chuck Clark learned he was this year's Walter Payton Man of the Year nominee.
Marlon Humphrey is without a doubt in the conversation to be the best corner in football.
He's played so well that it's kind of like we just expect him to do his job. But, I mean, the guy's lined up this season against Chase, Diggs, Moore, Evans, Godwin, all these big-name receivers, and he's absolutely killing it right now.
And the Ravens are not fooled. Humphrey again.
Hit immediately as he tried to catch that football. Marlon Humphrey was there at the exact same time.
That was really good coverage by Humphrey.
I think that he brings a level of leadership and energy to the defense.
When you watch Marlon Humphrey play, the thing you realize is he is just a little more physical than most cornerbacks in this league.
Marlon Humphrey coming off the corner. Then he drops him for a loss.
It's intercepted. Marlon Humphrey with a pick.
I mean, there's a saying out there, right? 2/3 of the earth is covered by water and the rest is covered by Marlin.
Don't forget you can vote for Marlon Humphrey and all of your favorite Ravens players to the Pro Bowl on social media and by visiting BaltimoreRavens.com/Pro Bowl. Welcome back to Ravens Report. I'm Evan Washburn. Last week, here at the Under Armour Performance Center, in front of the entire team, John Harbaugh got to share some special news with safety Chuck Clark. And our cameras were in the meeting room to capture it. Enjoy.
All right, so we're going to start off with something kind of special here. The Walter Payton NFL Man of the Year Award. You guys are familiar with that, right? It represents the best of the NFL's commitment to community impact. 32 players are selected by their teams, and one gets the NFL award. The national winner gets $250,000 to your winner's charity, huh, players?
Yes, sir.
The team ones get $40,000 donated to their charity. $40,000. All right, that's good. I'll tell you a little bit about what our guy does. He's been an advocate for youth sports. Okay, regularly attends high school games, youth games, promoting Play 60. To expand the efforts, he's established an outreach fund. It's aimed to impact and serve those in need and inspire the lives of young people. All right.
Annually through his fund, he hosts back-to-school distributions for students in his hometown. And here in Baltimore, donates bikes for Christmas. And earlier this spring, he joined the Ravens in recognizing 38 fire stations. Big supporter of all the other teammates' charities. One of the best guys that you ever want to meet. Heck of a football player, Chuck Clark.
This is a big honor for real. I had a conversation yesterday at Craig's event, and they was just saying, why do you do some of the things that you do? And I was just like, man, we in a position to be blessed, you know, so why not give back when we got the opportunity when we can? So it's real, right here, for real. I mean, I sure a lot of us came from, you know, tough upbringings and stuff, so like I said, just be able to get out there and do things, man, that's what's up. Like really, I ain't even know.
Coming up next on Ravens Report, Calais Campbell hosted the 17th annual Holiday Helpers event to take kids in Baltimore on a shopping spree for the holidays. Welcome back to Ravens Report, presented by MedStar Health. I'm Evan Washburn. This week, Calais Campbell and his CRC Foundation hosted the Ravens' 17th annual Holiday Helpers at a Target here in Owings Mills. Campbell was joined by 30 of his teammates, and they all served as personal shopping assistants for 60 local 4th and 5th graders from Bridges and the Police Athletic League. It was the perfect primer for the holiday season.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas! I'm kind of feeling like Santa Claus today. My name is Calais Campbell. I play for the Baltimore Ravens. I'm really happy to be here today. I'm happy you guys are here. We're gonna have some fun. We're going on a shopping spree. I got a bunch of friends who are gonna help you shop. All my teammates. We're gonna have some fun.
What's your name? Nice to meet you. I'm Nick.
Oh yeah, we need that.
What y'all looking to get today?
Let's go to this toy section first. This is a holiday helper event. You know, it's my foundation, the CRC Foundation, which I usually do a Christmas at Calais event and partner with the Ravens. We gave them a $200 shopping spree to be able to buy Christmas gifts for themselves and for their family. You know, be here today and be able to give back. Really good feeling, really good feeling. So I'm here having a great time, happy to be here. Man, look at these. Yeah.
Okay, what we got here? We got nice. How are you? Good. Getting a bunch of gifts? Nice.
You know, this event is just a way to connect with the kids, you know, and they'll put a smile on their face and put a smile back on ours, you know. Hopefully it's a memory that will last them a lifetime.
Right now, you know, just the typical kid things, you know, the chocolates, the candies, and things like that. So we're over in the toys area now, so got to get a couple toys.
So this is shopping, and we have Rainbow High dolls.
You want to go this one? Okay. All right. You want to put it in the basket?
Oh, look at that cart. We've been getting so many presents. For my niece. Bam.
Okay. Here they go.
I just feel like there's always lessons to be learned and things to be taught, and just today with the kids just being able to walk around and sharing, we're getting stuff for our siblings who are not here as well, so it was just fun. It was a good time. But listen, I just want to know, are y'all gonna share these with me?
Yeah.
I just want a couple.
You can get like half.
You need me half of it? I don't need half, I just need a few.
Like.
You know, Chuck Clark is one of those guys who, you know, he has a big heart. You know, you see it every day in the locker room, you know, and like what Walter Payton Man of the Year is supposed to stand for is like what you do on the field and what you do off the field. And then off the field, you know, I mean, he has just always checking on guys, making guys are good. He has, you know, does great work in the community with his, you know, going with youth sports, and he's very deserving, you know, for the Walter Payton Man of the Year. Nationwide donation, can do even more good things in the community, and hopefully he wins it all.
Those are wireless. Oh yeah, that's a bouncy ball. Boing, boing.
Right? Santa's here.
They're
doing great. They're leading the way. You know, my girl Kiki here, she's a natural born leader. She knows what she wants.
The art spot. Oh yeah, you didn't get your favorite thing yet.
I didn't get a football.
Uh-oh. 180, 190, 207. There you go. We did smart shopping. There we go. Wow, I like it. You put the Grinch behind you.
Come on, didn't see that?
Yeah, did you have some fun today? Yeah?
Merry Christmas, everybody. Can I
Merry
ask for a hug?
Christmas. Yep. Merry Christmas. It was nice seeing you.
Appreciate you coming through, man.
Of course, bro.
We had a big turnout with all my teammates. It was like literally, pretty much the whole team came. It was awesome because it was one kid per person pretty much. That's just kind of the team we have. It's a very special place. The brotherhood we have, guys just love each other, we support each other. And this is just a cool event too. Come in and help your kids, be able to pick out gifts that mean something to them. Christmas is, very, very special. It's about family and about like just being together. So it's a special event.
Coming up next on Ravens Report, head coach John Harbaugh previews Sunday's rivalry matchup against those Steelers.
Ravens Report is brought to you by MedStar Health, the official medical team of the Baltimore Ravens, and you. MedStar Health. It's how we treat people.
Welcome back to Ravens Report from the Under Armour Performance Center. I'm Evan Washburn. After Sunday's win over the Broncos, head coach John Harbaugh pointed to the team's character factoring into the result, and that will continue to be a much-needed commodity as this team heads into a rivalry game where emotions always seem to run high. And for more on what the Ravens need to do Sunday in Pittsburgh, here's the head coach with Garrett Downing.
Coach, thank you so much for the time. You're coming off a win over the Denver Broncos where the defense had a really strong day. Didn't give up a touchdown in that game. What is the defense doing right now to play so well?
Well, first of all, they're playing hard. And secondly, they're playing together. I think they're doing a good job of communicating, being on the same page. It starts with stopping the run. They did a great job of that. Pressuring the play action passes and staying deep on the deep throws. Even though they completed a few of those deep over patterns and a couple of 7 routes, we got them down on the ground. And nothing came of it. So I think we kept them pretty much on their side of the field most of the game. So I thought our defense did a great job. Mike did a great job. And we just got to keep improving. Challenges are coming, and keep getting better.
You mentioned stopping the run, and there's so much that's made of the NFL being a passing league and how that's the direction that it's gone. But is stopping the run still priority number one for defenses in today's game?
Absolutely it is, because if offenses are multi-dimensional, if they can get themselves into third and short yardage or third and 3 or 4 or 5 and have run-pass options, it's just that much tougher to defend. But if you can put them in situations where they pretty much have to throw the ball, third and long, 8, 9, 10, 12, something like that, then you can set up all your exotic blitz packages and your different multiple combination coverages and just make it tough on these quarterbacks. Because if you don't make it tough on the quarterbacks and these great receivers, they'll make great plays anyway. But if you don't make it tough on them because of your circumstance in terms of down and distance, it gets really challenging.
In Sunday's game on the offensive side of the ball, obviously Lamar Jackson gets hurt, Tyler Huntley goes into the game, and the word that kind of struck me after the game was poise. A lot of guys talked about the poise that Snoop showed in the huddle and how he handled a tough situation. How impressive have you been with that aspect of his ability to manage that?
That's probably one of the greatest things. And I think both Lamar and Tyler do that. That's something I would think any great quarterback would have to have that trait, because it's going to be tough, man. It's not easy just to roll down the field and score points. If it were, everybody would be doing it, right? And it's a challenging deal. But for those guys to keep it together, you keep pounding the rock. You don't get disappointed, don't get frustrated. You stick together, and you do it together when it's all said and done, and find a way. It doesn't always work out, but when you've got that kind of mindset, you have a chance to make it work out. And to see those guys make the plays in that last drive the way they did, and put the ball in the end zone was just rewarding.
This week it's Steelers week, and obviously there's always excitement. One of the best rivalries in the NFL, one of the best rivalries in sports. What changes when it's Ravens-Steelers week?
I don't know. Everybody, we do appreciate it. I don't want to downplay it because it's important. It really does matter. It's something that we just kind of all understand. We respect them, and that's what makes it such a great rivalry. But we just got to go play our best football game. It's a very important game for us for a lot of reasons. It's a divisional game. It's a road opportunity to win in the division. We're tied for the division lead right now with the Bengals. We need this win. This win is powerful for us. So going and playing our best football, December football in this game in Pittsburgh, is just a really valuable deal. So it's the Steelers, what more could you ask for?
It's going to be a lot of fun on Sunday, Coach. Good luck. Thank you for the time.
Thanks, Garrett.
Coming up next on Ravens Report, my keys to the game for the Ravens in a matchup on the road against the Steelers.
There are 2 seconds remaining. McManus for the win.
There's no such thing as an ugly win. They say that beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Well, when you hold your opponent to 9 points, when you get contributions from up and down the roster, and finish it off with a game-winning drive at home, well, that's downright beautiful.
Who's getting better than us? Nobody!
We're right where we want to be. We're on top of the North. We control our own destiny. And we have 5 weeks to go. 5 weeks to develop, to play our best game, to take the North and start the playoffs in our city. So despite our ups and downs, we're flying into the Steel City with one goal. And when you look up, that's no dark cloud. The sky's not falling. That's just the Ravens coming.
So the Steelers are sitting at 5-7 on the season and working through the growing pains that do come with a rookie quarterback. But it seemed they've found their identity in recent weeks, winning 3 out of their last 4. Here are a couple keys for this one from my perspective. Offensively, do everything you can to support Tyler Huntley with a strong running game. Now that will be a challenge as the Steelers have been tough against the run all year long. Defensively, get after that rookie quarterback, Kenny Pickett. Speed up his clock in what will be his first taste of Ravens Steelers. That'll do it for this week's show. Thanks so much for watching, and make sure to tune in to the latest installment of Ravens Steelers Sunday at 1. Enjoy the game, and we'll see you right back here next week for another edition of Ravens Report.